We finally have a literal photo of what Teyvat looks like from space. If you thought the Nod Krai map expansion was the only big news, you are looking in the wrong direction. You need to look up. We are talking about one of the weirdest and most exciting roadmaps we have seen in years. We have fresh data mining from the 6.3 beta that shows a view of the entire world from the moon. Yes, the moon. But that is not all. We also have information on map expansions for 6.4 and 6.5 that point to places we have been waiting for since the game launched. We are talking about the mysterious northern ports and a dungeon that sounds like it came straight out of a horror movie. This matters right now because we are moving into the endgame. The developers are starting to fill in the blank spots on the map that have been empty for 5 years. But there is one specific file name found in the 6.3 update that might hint at a massive plot twist coming sooner than we expected. Looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment, and users can receive an additional 5% discount coupon. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $80 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar, safe, fast, and way more affordable. Now, for a quick reminder about the new giveaways. Both of the 6480 Genesis Crystals giveaways are active right now and will stay open until December 31st. I'll be announcing the winners on January 1st. All you need to do is be subscribed, watch all the videos, and comment your UID and region. 2 winners will be picked soon, so don't miss your chance. Let's start with the most concrete evidence we have. This comes directly from the 6.3 data, provided by sources Jelena and Uncle Lunar. There is a file. The name of this file is F Stages Skybox Teyvat Moon View. Now break that down with me. F usually stands for effects. Skybox is game developer speak for the background scenery, the stuff you see in the distance that you can't actually touch. And then the big one, Teyvat Moon View. This isn't just a text leak. We have the image. It shows the continent of Teyvat isolated against a backdrop, looking very much like a planet floating in a void or a sea. You can see the distinct colors of the regions we know, the green of Sumeru, the blue waters of Fontaine, the rocky terrain of Liyue. For the longest time, we have had this theory from Scaramouche back in the early days that the stars are a lie and the sky is fake. Players have argued for years about whether Teyvat is a flat world, an upside-down world, or a bubble universe. This image changes the conversation. It implies that in Update 6.3, the camera or our character is going to be positioned in a way where we look down at Teyvat from the moon. We don't know if this is literal. Are we physically traveling to the moon? Or is this a vision? Maybe a dream sequence or a flashback from the perspective of a god? But the file exists. It is there. And usually, when Hoyoverse puts a specific skybox in the game files, it is because they plan to use it for a major story moment. Here is the problem, though. Just because we have a file doesn't mean we know the context, and context is everything in Genshin Impact. If this is a literal trip to the moon, how do we get there? We are still dealing with the Fatui and the conflict in Nod Krai. Going to space feels like a massive jump. And then we have the suspicious leaks for the future updates. The roadmap for 6.4 and 6.5 is floating around, but it is flagged as questionable. This is the challenge for us right now, separating what is confirmed from what might just be early concepts or misunderstandings. We are starving for map expansions. We want to know where the story goes after the main Nod Krai arc. The leaks for 6.4 and 6.5 promise huge locations, but because they are marked as suspicious, we have to be careful not to get our hopes up too high. But let's look at what these leaks are claiming, because even if they are suspicious, they align perfectly with lore we already know is true. Let's talk about Update 6.4. The leak mentions a location called Thorn Port. It explicitly states that this is not a small location. Now, if you try to find Thornport on the current map or in the game's lore books, you won't find much. That is because this is highly likely a translation error or a code name for Dornman Port. Dorn implies thorns or spines in several languages. It fits perfectly. Dornman Port is legendary at this point. NPCs in Mondstadt and Sumeru have been talking about it for years. It is supposed to be Mondstadt's northern port, the gateway to Snezhnaya. We know that Ola and Yanfei have dealt with legal issues there. We know it's a major trade hub. If 6.4 brings us Dornman Port, it means we are finally going back to Mondstadt. We haven't had a proper expansion for Mondstadt since, well, Dragonspine, really. The leak says it is not small in size, which gives me hope that this isn't just a tiny harbor like Yilong Port, but a full explorable zone with its own mysteries. It makes sense logically. If the story in 6.0 to 6.3 focuses on Nod Krai, eventually we need a route back, or a route that connects the nations. Dornman Port is that physical link between the City of Freedom and the land of Cryo. Then we move to update 6.5. This one is even wilder. The leak describes a dungeon of fallen Hyperborea. It says it is similar to the Ashen Sea. And here is the kicker. It says this will only be part of the location, with the rest coming in future updates. Let's unpack Hyperborea. In real-world mythology, Hyperborea was a land far to the north, beyond the north wind, where the sun always shone. In Genshin, we have a lot of lore about the North Wind and ancient civilizations that were wiped out by snow and ice. The term fallen suggests ruins, a destroyed civilization. And the comparison to the Ashen Sea is huge. The Ashen Sea is a place mentioned in lore as a barren place where nothing grows, a place of silence. It's a spiritual wasteland. If this new dungeon or map area is visually similar to that, we are looking at a very dark, very atmospheric expansion. It sounds like endgame content. It sounds like the places where the Abyss Order or the ancient humans lived before the Archon War. If 6.5 introduces this fallen Hyperborea, we are likely looking at the edges of the map, the places where the rules of Teyvat start to break down. So put it all together. In 6.3, we get a view from the moon. We look down at our world and see it as a whole. This might be the moment we realize the true nature of the false sky. Maybe we see Celestia from above. Maybe we see the dark spots where the abyss is eating the world. Then in 6.4, we come back down to Earth, specifically to the north of Mondstadt at Dornman Port, Thornport, grounding us back in the political conflict between nations. And in 6.5, we venture into the fallen Hyperborea, a place that resembles the lifeless Ashen Sea, pushing into the deep, dark history of the world. This roadmap, even if parts of it are suspicious, tells a coherent story. It tells the story of discovering the truth about the world, the moon view, and then exploring the forgotten, ruined edges of it, Hyperborea. The image file Skybox Teyvat Moonview is the key. It is the anchor. We know that file exists. We know the developers have built that view. Whether it's for a boss fight, a cutscene, or a new hub area, the fact that we are leaving the surface of Teyvat visually is a massive escalation. We are no longer just travelers walking from town to town. We are starting to see the board from the perspective of the players who move the pieces, the perspective of the gods. To summarize, Update 6.3 is bringing us a view of Teyvat from the moon, confirmed by file leaks. Update 6.4 is rumored to bring a massive expansion likely to be Dornman Port, and Update 6.5 is teasing a mysterious ruin-filled location called Fallen Hyperborea that feels like the Ashen Sea. The leaks for 6.4 and 6.5 are still marked as suspicious, so keep your expectations in check, but the lore fits perfectly. We are heading north, and we are heading into the unknown. Subscribe if you want to see the Moonview image as soon as we get higher quality renders. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.